Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is a cold can of Red Bull. And today I've been playing one of my favourite decks, which is Black Smoker. So this is the list I sort of hastily threw together. I was like, this is about what people were playing, right? With some of the new stuff. And honestly, it was kind of working out against Green Purple Luffy. So I'm going to stick with this for now. I'm sure there's some tweaks you could make. If you want to skip straight to the gameplay, go straight ahead. I'm going to talk about the strategy into Green Purple Luffy, and then we'll just get to the games. So, into Green Purple Luffy, the cards that are really important for you to remove are, of course, the Sanji Pudding, but that is made more difficult by the Going Merry. I think this is actually translated into English as Merry Go, which is weird, because I think it's Going Merry, and it certainly is in the anime. I don't know. I know in Japanese it's Merry Go, but hey, either way. So this makes your Sanji Pudding that you're facing a 7 cost, which is a little bit more difficult because, of course, on, like, for example, 6th on turn, Tashigi plus leader effect hits 5, which is great if they don't have the boat. If they do have the boat, it gets tricky. So before that 6th on turn, or 7 if you're going first, you need to make some way on your board to lower cost, and we do have a few options for that. Of course, the ideal one is Kuzan, and we do have lots of searches for Kuzan. We've got for the brand new, and for the Sengoku. Kuzan's the best, but if you don't have Kuzan, it's okay. I've got 2 Laboons as basically worse Kuzans, but he does have counter, which is pretty cool, and he can use his effect on the turn he comes down. And in addition to that, we do have the Tashigi, very reminiscent of Hongo. You just play her out, and then you get some value at some point, and then she blocks a swing, so she's always a 1k in that respect. So, card's good. Between this, Kuzan, and Laboon, you have 10 outs to seeing reduction, like board reduction, before that 6 and or 7 on turn, which is pretty good. And of course, you've also got Brook. He does do reduction, although it's not particularly relevant for that math. And the matchup into Green Purple Luffy basically goes, they play Sanji Pudding on 5 and or 6. You remove it. They play something on that next turn, and that next turn is the crucial one, because you've got to remove that follow-up character. If that's Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding, it gets tricky. However, if it's just another Sanji Pudding into maybe a Zorojuro, it's a lot more simple. And how are we going to do that? Well, we've got 2 of the Sabo. Not loads, because you don't want to see loads. But with Sengoku drawing extra cards and Kuzan drawing extra cards, you've got a reasonable chance of drawing into this on curve. And even if you don't see it on curve, drawing it later is no bad thing. Not only is this card, like, really, really strong into Green Purple Luffy, it's also pretty good into, for example, Doflamingo. Being able to KO 2 things is always why Lucci had a significantly better Doflamingo matchup than Smoker. So having a couple of these Sabos, pretty cool. I will say your Blackbeard matchup is pretty fucking ass with this deck. But I'm not going to lie, I feel like your Blackbeard matchup is pretty ass no matter what you're playing. In this in particular, because you can't use Tempest Kick reliably, the Kaido doesn't feel as good because, yes, he can remove Burgess, but he can't remove Teach. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel great. But for those sort of reasons, I am just choosing to sack off the Blackbeard matchup in favor of improving your other matchups. I think, obviously, Blackbeard is going to be present, but there's going to be enough decks in this format that I think I'll just take the L and move on and try and beat everything else. Also, trying out 3 of the Sengoku, this card feels fine. If you can get a free turn to play this, when your opponent's only got like 1 character, or they've got nothing too crazy, this card is like nuts. A 7/7 blocker with counter, that summons Kuzan, who draws a card. It's like you go hand neutral and develop a 7/7 and a 4/5 that gives -4. And this can try and protect your Kuzan, obviously, because he's quite a large blocker. Also hard to rest this in the late game. Nothing really outside of Hody Jones can interact with this. No Usahachis, no 9-cost Linlins, nothing like that. So getting this guy down is actually really strong. However, finding that turn can sometimes be tough. So just opting for 3, not going to full playset at 4. It's really nice that he has counter. And of course he is Navy, so you can always just ditch him with the drawer Sengoku if you don't need him. Rest of the list, nothing too crazy. I've increased Kobe up to 2 because there's another combo you can do on 6 Don. If you just don't draw your stuff, you can do, where is she? Hina Kobe hits the 7-cost Sanji Pudding, which is very important. And sometimes you just need to summon a KO option off your Sengoku. Maybe you've got a Kuzan on the board, You swing in, and then Son Goku can summon your KO, kind of like a shit Rebecca, but it kind of works. Two of the Mancherry, this hasn't come up that much, honestly, but going back Rebecca is never bad. And there's all sorts of other cards in this deck that you can get with Mancherry. And I am choosing one of Token Sabo. Black Mirror's great. Shanks, not too bad. Just generally quite a good card. So I do like one. I think that's enough said about this list. I do think this deck's matchup into Green Purple Luffy, at least so far, feels pretty good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's 100-0, definitely isn't, but it does feel pretty strong, as you'll see in these games. Got a game into Green Purple Luffy, and he has chosen second. His hand's okay. Really looking for, well, both Shigi and Kuzan. We don't see either. We do have double searchers, though. We could ditch Hina and Goku, and go with the brand new on 3. I'm going to keep. Dodgy hand, though. Okay, that's not great. Still no Shigi, still no Kuzan. We need to see at least one of them. Luffy Taro, that's very good. This might be a whitewash if we don't see our stuff. Let's go with this. Well, there's a Shigi at least. And we'll get the buff and then swing in for 7. And pass it over. So we'll see what he does on 4. Could be Zorojuro, could just be more searching. Probably going to be at least a swing of 5, which we'll take. If we see a Kuzan off the top, that would be like ideal. If he doesn't play Zorojuro and we see Kuzan, that's like the dream. But it looks like this is going to be Zorojuro, given that he's thinking about swinging 5. Okay, it's Zoro. That's less scary. That is certainly less scary. Yeah, sure. I really don't care about brand new, brother. No Kuzan. There he is. There's my boy. Well, we are going to remove, or at least try and remove this. We'll get the buff. Swing in 7 on 5. See if he wants to give us 2 cards to save this. Nope. Happy days. We'll develop this. Draw a card. Get a Sengoku. Nothing too crazy there, but this Kuzan's going to be very important because he has the boat. Because he can play the Spud for 5 and then tap the boat to make it a 7. But Kuzan brings it down just enough that our Tashigi gets there. Very important. We know he has that Luffy Taro for next turn, which is going to be tricky. We do need to try and save this Kuzan if we can. So I will take whatever his leader swing is here. Hopefully this is not a Zorojuro for 4. Okay, it's a Zoro. I mean, I guess we have to protect the Kuzan there. That's a bummer. We'll give the Sabo. Yeah, I don't love 2 of them. 2 of them is not good at all. 6 into 5, we'll give it 2k. We'll give the Tashigi at this point. But yeah, that kind of sucked. Can't lie. But it is what it is. We do have Kobe in there. We could send Goku Kobe. The Spud. And honestly, I don't hate that. That's actually pretty decent. We get the big blocker, which is really nice. And we keep the Tashigi, notably. We do have to lose a card, probably just it's a brand new, if that's the case. Let's go 5 here, -4 here. I think I actually want to develop the Sengoku. Because then we can potentially save the Kuzan. If I don't Sengoku, we ain't saving the Kuzan. There's no way. Let's it go. Well, I guess we don't get to swing with leader, but that kind of works for me, honestly. We use the card action, ditching the brand new. I think it's the brand new, right? The Hina could be pretty good. Yeah, we'll ditch the brand new, get rid of the Spud, pass it over. No swing from the leader, but it is what it is. We needed to swing with Kuzan anyway. So I guess maybe he thought we were going to do Shigi, buff the leader, swing into the Zoro. He's just like, just let the Zoro go so I can draw a card. But he didn't get to draw a card because I had a better plan. Or at least, I think it was a better plan. But yeah, like if he plays out, here, this is what we're expecting. The Luffy Taro into potentially another Sanji Pudding. Nope, just a Zorojuro. That is beautiful. You love to see that. Gum Gum Giant, to be expected. See if he wants to use his leader effect. He does. But he's only got 4 Don now, which is a little spooky. And we will, of course, be protecting Kuzan. Yep, not giving you that one, matey. If you swung 7, we'd have at least had to give you a card, so I don't know if that was strictly the best play. Ah, he has the chopper. I see. I get it now. So this Sabo is pretty cool, right? We could put the -4 on the Luffy Taro from Kuzan and put the -1 from Leader on Zorojuro. Bring this to 5 and this to 3. And then we can carry both. We don't get a lot of board pressure. But I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So we'll swing this, put the -4 on the Luffy Taro, bring that down to 3. Indeed. Put 1 Don here. Put -1 here. We'll swing 6 so that he doesn't know what we're doing. Don't think I want to swing with Sengoku. Think I'm happy to just leave him up again. Yeah. I think I'm happy to just leave this guy up. He needs to block with the chopper now. Otherwise, this chopper is going to be on the board, and your leader effect is now offline, sir. Congratulations. We'll deploy this. Trashing the Hina. KO, KO. End the turn. And you now have a non-Straw Hat Crew type character on your board. So I think from here we just win. We've managed to successfully execute our strategy. The Sengoku was pretty reasonable. He helped us defend the Kuzan, and our opponent does just concede. Didn't really whiff a beat. He got 2... I was only 1 Sanji Pudding. He got the Sanji Pudding, got the Luffy Taro combo. Didn't see a second spot, I guess. But, you know, we were just kind of popping off. I think even if he had something slightly better on this next turn, we just win regardless. Our board is so crazy. Got a game into Mono Purple Luffy. And, of course, we will be going first, because his deck is simply better going first. This hand's okay. We don't have Tashigi. We do have a brand new. We really need to see that Tashigi. I think I will mulligan. Okay, we do get it. That's very nice. We'll go the Sengoku, ditch these, draw some cards, pass it over. Rebecca's always good. Sengoku's also pretty strong. So if he plays a 5 cost, it's a little tricky. So I will develop this Brook on 3. Because that way, if he plays out, for example, Sanguro, we can attack with the Brook to just do the -1. And then still get the removal with the Tashigi. And getting that removal is incredibly important. And if he just develops a 4 cost, well, we'll just keep the Brook on the board. I mean, that's pretty good too, right? Then potentially we can double pop on a future turn. Just a Bon Clay, not too threatening. He is going to ramp up. And we're just swinging 7. Probably didn't need to ramp up, but I get it. It's not, I mean, it's not a bad play, right? Let's go with the 5, and then we'll just go with the Tashigi. We could go Rebecca Hina. Rebecca Hina attack with Brook. I honestly don't hate it. It's not bad. It establishes more board presence, and we keep the Tashigi for later. The odds of him interacting with that is quite low. And we get an extra swing through. I think I'm going to go with that. We'll go Rebecca, grab back the Hina, play the Hina. Minus here. And then we'll just swing 5, get rid of the Bon Clay. Like, for him to remove our Brook, he needs to play 7 cost Sanji. And if he's playing 7 cost Sanji, I'm not that worried about that. I think that's fine with me. It is 7 cost Sanji, okay. We're going to rest Rebecca. And then we're going to swing into Brook. 6 into 4. Yeah, it's like, we don't really defend these, though. We have to let these go. Yeah, he's going to take out all of our units. It's not ideal, In fact, can we remove this? 4, 5, which he can't. Maybe I made a mistake there. Yeah, maybe we made a mistake. But if I'd gone with the Chigi, it's the same deal, right? He rests the Brook and KOs it anyway. We can just go with the Sengoku this turn. It's probably going to be about our best play, given that we can't remove this Sanji. But I'm not loving it. We don't even have the Kuzan in the trash. Yeah, the fact that we can't remove this is quite annoying. We can bring it down to 3. But yeah, just can't quite get there. We're one off. So we'll play sort of mid ground. We'll play out the Sengoku, summon back, I guess, a Hina. Nothing too crazy. He gives us a kid there. It's interesting. We just develop a couple of guys. It's nothing too crazy, but we do have a nice big blocker now, which is pretty cool. Thinking about swinging 7. Gonna swing 5. Just gonna take the free block. Because we got this Rebecca, right? I want to keep my dudes. This could be 9-cost Luffy, and it is 9-cost Luffy, okay. This is swinging into Sengoku. Sort of want to keep this. We can remove this Luffy this turn with the Toshigi Hina play. As much as this is very expensive, I think I will keep it. Maybe should have just not taken the free block. Hey, it is what it is. So I'll play this turn very simple. Hina, Toshigi, 1 Don for leader effect. So we'll hit him with the 5. No triggers. Very nice. So we're definitely removing this Luffy. Do we want to attack into the Sanji or do we want to attack into life? I think we're just attacking life here. And the Sanji just kind of gets to stay. There's no real triggers that we have to be that afraid of. So we can do all this first. Bring that down. Get the buff. Get rid of that. I think we're going to go 7 here. See what he does with that one. Probably takes. I can't imagine he would... Ooh, wow. He did counter that. Gave us Sanji and a Law. Very tempted to go 7 into Sanji now. Looks like he's so low on cards. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But I want to leave this up so he has to attack face. So I'm going to pass. This could be a Big Mum. Could be another Rush Luffy. Okay, we're just going to see his Orajuro. Nothing too crazy. Crazy this card can search itself, right? It's pretty nuts. How worried am I about him taking this out? I don't want him to, obviously. If he wants to swing like 11 into it, though, it's kind of done its job. I'm going to take. I don't mind taking 2 swings here. We can remove one of these very easily. We could just block 1. Yeah, I think block 1 there is fine. Another Zorajuro. Sure. Sure thing. And gets another Rush Luffy. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's just start with a couple 5s here from the Hinas. We've got a lot of options this turn. He's going to take that one. That's interesting. Let's go 7 from Toshigi. It's going to giant out of that. Seems reasonable. Ditches another Zorojuro. Okay. Okay. Let's go 5. Gives us a 1k. Well, we can Tashigi this. We could actually Rebecca Kobe something else, but I don't really want to do that because, well, it would cost our entire hand, pretty much. Which ain't great. I don't mind playing the Rebecca, but it's like, what do we play it over? It has to be a Hina. I don't really want to play over my Hina. We're definitely going to Tashigi one of these Zorojuros. One of these Dons is going on leader. So I guess if that's the case, then we're not Rebecca-ing. Yeah, let's go with this over the Sengoku. -4 here. Don leader. Give -1 cost. Doesn't matter to this, sure. Then we'll trash the 0. Let's go 7. See what we want to do with the 7. Gonna use his second giant. Okay. Down to 6 Don. Gonna go 10 into Sanji here. He might have 2 2Ks, but, you know, we know he has a Rush Luffy in his hand, so... Yeah, there was a decent chance he didn't have it there because of that Rush Luffy in his hand. He only had, like, a couple cards. Gamma Knife on the Sengoku, sure. Yeah, you get that. Nothing we can do about that one. But that's fine. That's used like Don -1 and 2 Dons and burn through a card, and we know he has that Rush Luffy still. Where's this 6 going, brother? 6 into 5. I'm gonna go no. This is 5 for Kid and or Queen, and then 1 open for Giant. Yeah, Kid, sure. Okay. Well, we're very much allowed to just do whatever we want because we have so much pressure. I think we'll start with 7 from Tashigi. He's going to take. Now I'm going to go again with 7 from Tashigi. He's going to take. We're going to keep 4 for Rebecca, just in case. But we'll go 7 from Hina. He's got to start countering these at some point, and does just concede. Okay, yeah, he had 3k counter. GG's your opponent. Got a game into green-purple Luffy. We're going second. Sabo is obviously very... Excuse me. Sabo is obviously very good. We don't have Tashigi. We do have Laboon. He's not that bad. I'm going to risk the mulligan, though. Okay, it's not paid off yet. Let's go with the Sengoku. Ditching Sengoku. T-Bone. Let's go with another one. Ditching Hina T-Bone. Perfect. Kuzan Tashigi. As it should be. As God intended. Turns out when you have a what's this? Trash 6, draw 6. it's pretty fucking good. Yeah, we'll take the 7. No problem at all, mate. He's got the boat. What was that? He did search. He grabbed the spud. Sure. Well, we know what's coming. 5 and 5, and then we'll just deploy the Kuzan. Very nice. Nothing too crazy. He's got a trigger, maybe an event. Gets a Jet Gatling ramp. Okay. It's pretty good. But pleased to see the Jet Gatling not in his hand. So, you know, could be worse. There's the Spud. Gonna do that. Ramps back to 5. Interesting that he actually can't buff the Spud. Because he ramped, so he's on 5, we're on 4. Yes. Certainly. Yeah, you can't buff that, mate. That's not gonna work. You're too high on Dons, my friend. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so here, I think we're just going to go with Chigi. We're going to keep the Kuzan upright. Then the Kuzan can help us destroy something with the Sabo next turn. So we'll just go with the Tashigi. That's 4 here. Don lead. Get the buff. Get rid of that. And then hit him with a 7 on 6. He'll probably take this one. But he could just give a 2k. I would take, I think. Countering here sets your hand fairly low. And it's just going to get worse. I'm going to keep it real. It's just going to get worse. Does give a 2k though. Okay, he must have a good hand. Luffy Taro maybe. Luffy Taro. So what I'm expecting is Luffy Taro into Spud. It's his best play. We're going to struggle to remove both. But we can remove one very easily. Which is important. It's just all sort of going to depend on what he does. Okay, it's the 6 cost Luffy. 7 on 5. No when attacking. Are we leader affecting? We could be. If we are, this is like massive. So I think we're best off countering this one. We'll give the Toshigi. And I'll give a 1k. We'll give the brand new. We're playing brand new next turn. We could be playing brand new next turn. It's like not bad. This is -4. This is -5. Yeah, Brook does kill it. Maybe we are playing the brand new next turn. We probably don't need the Kobe. Just get the Kobe. We'll see what he does with this other swing as well. He is going to restand 2. He's down on 5 Dom. Which is a little spooky. Yeah, 9 on 5. We can't capture that. I do want to see a blocker. And we currently simply don't have one. Kind of tough. We'll go with the brand new. See what we get. Toshigi's alright. Makes our KO very easy. Don't want Hina. Could take Sengoku. It's okay. We could try and dig closer to some counter. In fact, I think that might be the move. Yeah, let's take a Sengoku. Let's start doing some swings. We're going to go 6 with Kuzan. -4 here. Yeah, we need 3 for Brook. 1 for Sengoku is fine. Going to go 6 with Shigi. Gives us a 2k. We'll do this, right? Yeah. Yeah, we always have to do this. 6. Gives another 2k. We'll go with the Sengoku. Over the Sengoku. Ditching brand new Hina. Pretty good. Pretty good. Another Kuzan. Not the craziest, but Rebecca, very important. Then we'll deploy this over this. Bang, bang. End turn. We got, what, 2 cards, 1 life, and removed his dude. It's really not bad, is it? And we cycled some cards. And there's another one. Okay. We just slamming all at face, or we're going to consider going board now? He's going to go 7 on 5. If we defend this, his leader swing goes here. So I think we do. We'll go 1 for Brook and 2 for Toshigi. If he wants to do the same thing he did last turn and do like 9 into Kuzan, obviously we're going to let it go. I don't think I want to give 3 cards to defend this. It's not that important. Unless it is. We have Hina in here, right? Yeah, we can Rebecca, Hina, leader, Brook, KO this. Yes, let it go. It's fine. Yeah, so we can do Rebecca, Hina, bring this. This is at 8, actually. Okay, that's interesting. That's notable. Let's start with a 6 from Toshigi. Very, very low committal. Always love these low committal plays. If we do Rebecca, Hina, Sudu, though, that's 5. We can still play the Kuz. Let's just start. Bring down to 4. Yeah, now if we leader effect, bring down to 3. Sudu for 1. Free pop it with Brook, and we develop another Kuzan. That seems good to me. I'm going to do that. Hit him with a 6. Now we'll deploy the Kuzan. From here, we should just win. He needs another one of these, but it's not enough. We've got too much good board. Cycles out the boat. Yeah, nothing crazy going on here. This should just be game. Just took me a little while to figure out that last turn. I think I might cut some of it out, though. Because that was quite a bit of thinking time. Sanji. Yeah, don't think that's enough, mate. I don't think that's enough. Okay, does have the Sanji. We'll just free block there. Gonna swing 6 because this is like 0 committal and we can still just remove these, right? Do we want to just remove these with the Sabo? It seems pretty good to me. It seems pretty good to me. We've still got 2 and a 6 and a 7. He's got to have another 2k here. And I'm going to drive by the Nami just to get rid of it. Yeah, and then that'll be the game. Yeah. That one's definitely not enough, man. We probably could have won that last turn, but it's like, there's no way for him to win. Even if he has the double attack Luffy, he needs all 3 to go through. He's got so little Don. We've got like 6k counter. It's not happening. It's literally never happening. So we may as well just take the guaranteed. We take out his dudes. He has no chance. And then next turn we go for game. Yeah, 6 on 4. No, thank you. We don't know that we need that guy, but like, you know, we may as well protect him. Let's just go 9. And then we win the game here. Right. Yeah, sure. Let's see if he has another 1k, guys. Yeah, GG's. This matchup feels pretty good, honestly. Got a game into green-purple Luffy, and he's choosing the turn order. Let's see what he goes for. I've had some go first, some go second. It feels like... I don't know, I feel like I don't mind that much, because we've got good options to set up for their stuff. We're going second. This hand is balls. This hand is much better. We have, well, what we want. We have the Kuzan is the Shigi, so that we can deal with the 7-cost Spud on curve. There is the said Spud. Do we want to play this? Discard Shigi Sengoku. I don't hate it. We get nothing too crazy. Another brand new's alright. We'll just pass it over there. Probably would have rather had the Sengoku, but another Brook's not too bad, you know. Brook's he's a good guy. There's Going Merry. That's the card that he needs to see. And we'll see if he has any more searches or if he's just going to swing 7. Does have another searcher for Luffy Taro. That's important. That's very important. 6 on 5. We'll take this one for sure. We get a Sabo. That's going to be really nice later. Not quite yet, but later on this will be really important. We're just going to go 5. And then we'll play out the Kuzan. Keeping it nice and simple. The fact that this card draws a card, man. Like, you compare this to Weevil, right? Whoa, we countered. Don't know about that one, Chief. Don't know about that one. I guess this card is a reason you could consider not having played the Sengoku. Because the Kuzan... obviously, we know he's going to play out the Pudding. But if he didn't, if he played out one of these, he could rest the Kuzan and then apply some pressure. Which I wouldn't love. Not at all. But he does, in fact, go with the Sanji Pudding. We'll see if he uses his leader effect. If he does, we're not going to have to deal with Luffy Taro next turn. If he doesn't, then we will have to consider that. But if he doesn't, it makes it easier for us to remove this because he can't Going Merry it. Looks like he's not going to use his leader effect. I will take so that we can try and defend this Kuzan. And in fact, I might hold the Shigi and go with a Rebecca Brook play here. Although, we can just leave the Kuzan face up. If we So we can attack with the Kuzan, go Rebecca Brook. Or we... I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. We get more pressure. We still get rid of this, and we shouldn't lose this. He's going to be on 7. He's going to do Dom -1, go back to 6. Play out another Spud, maybe. Dom -2, restand 3. He's only going to have 3 Dons, so he can't play one of these. He's going to be on 5, and then we should be able to clear both, as long as we can protect this Kuzan. I think I'm going to go with that. We're going to go 5 here, -4. Yeah, I think I like the Rebecca play. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. He's going to take. No trigger, thankfully. I'm guessing that may be an electrical Luna. So we can also play the brand new. Do we want to? Or do we want to swing 7? Yeah. Kind of like getting the extra search. We don't really need to put on pressure. He should probably take this one anyway. So, like, let's go with this. We'll go with the brand new, get a few more cards in the trash for Rebecca to choose between. Does take indeed. Very nice. But we can only take Sengoku. And then we'll go with Rebecca. Don't need a Brook. Just going to grab the 2k, I think. We're never playing Sengoku next turn. It's always Sabo. Yeah, I think we'll just take the 2k. Then play out the Brook. Get rid of that. Pass it over. So, good board. We've got a Brook on the board. Always nice to have. We've got Kuzan, and we shouldn't lose him. Unless there's something I'm not accounting for. But I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, there's the Luffy Taro, as we expected. Here comes Sanji and... no, Usopp Vanilla. I've seen some people playing this, but... I don't know, man. It feels a bit weird. Like, you've got good options, right? You got this. This only plays purple characters, right? Yeah. Use his leader effect as well. Man, that doesn't feel good. That does not feel good. Where's the Mary buff going? On the Usopp or the Luffy Taro? He doesn't buff anything. We'll pretend it went on the Luffy Taro, right? We'll pretend this is a 9 cost. Yeah. So this is a 9 cost. Sabo clears both if we attack with both Brook and Kuzan. So yeah, he just forgot. I'm going to pretend that this was a 9 cost. So this is still at 5, which is the perfect number for our Sabo. We will attack with this, just to bring this down to 3. No pop. Let me know if you think this is stupid, but I don't know. I don't like to take advantage of my opponent's misplays too much. Not when we're just testing. And pass it over. It's still a really, really powerful turn, like, right? We undid his entire turn. And I think from this board state, we just win. So it just results in us turning our Brook sideways. Which doesn't really matter. We needed to turn the Kuzan anyway. To reduce this to 5. But yeah, it just results in our Brook being tapped. And I don't think he's taking out the Brook anyway. If he's taking out something, it's the Kuzan. I mean, that's a pretty good card. But it's not attacking twice. There's simply no way. 5 to 4. We'll give it 2k. Are we going to... Can we do... Yeah, we can afford to do 2-2-1. So I will. Because I don't mind... oh yeah, I'm obviously defending this. Yeah, you can't restand. There's no active turns. 2k. 1k. Very nice. And then he'll pass it over, I'm sure. This is a turn where either Kuzan and or Sengoku, 7 cost Sengoku, would be pretty insane. Maybe could have saved that 1 cost Sengoku, but if we're ditching the Chigi, there's not that much I want to get rid of. So I think it's fine. I think we just win from here regardless. Not sure how our opponent would ever win this game. He's not in a good spot. And yeah, there's the concede. GG to our opponent. Let's just move on. So thank you for watching. Let me know what do you think of those games. Those were not ranked games. I really just wanted to play against Green Purple Luffy a lot for this video so I could get some good quality games to show. So I wanted to guarantee the matchups rather than going through the gauntlet of who knows what on ranked. I think most of those opponents played pretty well, other than that one guy who forgot to use the boat on one turn, but let me know what you think of Black Smoker going into the EB02 format. I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of this deck. Black Smoker was always one of my favourite decks, and I hope you enjoyed him too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.